just depends on what you're going to need, but available in almost 99% of fantasy.
He's a must. This is the rare Week 14, whatever fab budget you have left, spend literally every last dollar. Is there a chance that Isaac Guerendo is not as effective as Jordan Mason was early on in the season, and he's more like Jordan Mason in his last 3 full games as the starter, in which he had under 10 fantasy points in all of them? Yes. But this guy has the goods to be a very, very productive player in the NFL. 6 foot, 223 pounds, ran a 4.3, 340 coming out of Louisville after starting his career at Wisconsin. A lot of time on the bench because he was playing behind some stars in college football. So not a lot of tread in the tires. It's a good thing here for Isaac Guerendo. He can absolutely scoot. He had that big, long 87-yard run earlier on this season. As we know, it has traditionally been a very fantasy-friendly offense. So Guerendo is the priority if you're in a league in which you have the capacity to hold onto your waiver spot until you want to use it. And you have that first spot. This is the time to utilize it here. Again, if you play in a fab league, risk it all here. If you play in a league in which the trade deadline is not behind us and you are higher up in the order, but you don't really need a running back, I'd grab Guerendo right now.
Great call.
Try to make a trade tomorrow morning for a team that might be more running back needy if you are still in contention. Again, that's a lot of exuberance for a player who may not necessarily give you 25 fantasy points in any given week the rest of the way, but we're Week 14. The rest of the names that we're going to deliver to you guys are going to pale in comparison to Isaac Guerendo.
And by the way, the 49ers obviously had their bye, so you get Isaac Guerendo for good. And if you're wondering how he performed before, when he was the one they were leaning on in Week 6, when Jordan Mason injured his shoulder, he had 10 carries for 99 yards. In Week 8, Mason aggravates his shoulder. Guerendo goes 14 for 85 with a touchdown with 3 catches for 17 yards.